Hello everybody, welcome to the Mr. Shades show. I am playing Batman Arkham Knight, and I'm using the Batman vs. Superman costume for the character of Batman. So as you can see, looks pretty good, and right beside me is the Batman vs. Superman Batmobile. So, we're just gonna take the time to drive the Batmobile around, have some fun. Maybe we'll beat up some thugs. Maybe we'll crash some cars. Who knows? It's Gotham. Anything can happen. And I'm just trashing everything right now in the city. So now now that I've brought up Batman vs. Superman, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. I'm sure you've all seen the trailers. From what I've seen, I'm liking it, and I'm really liking what I see with the trailers for Batman. It seems like it's going to be very good, and it's also going to feel very different. Man, I am fucking terrible at driving this thing, and I apologize for making Batman such a bad driver in this. There we go. Well, I don't think those guys are going to be alive. Oh, whoa, he's alive. I'm gonna just take these guys out real quick. Boom. There we go. Gonna interrogate you. Still, it's weird hearing Kevin Conroy's voice coming out of the Batflick character model. Whoops. So, from what I've seen of all the trailers for Batman vs. Superman, I'm pretty excited. It seems this new Ben Affleck's interpretation of Batman is going to be a little different, a little more jokey, a little more like, I guess, in the comics, in the more comics where Bruce Wayne is portrayed as funny and totally different than the way Christian Bale portrayed him in his movies. And don't get me wrong, Christian Bale did a great job, but I wanted to see more of the humor, more of the incredible just douchery that Bruce Wayne pulls out, instead of a serious, grim Bruce Wayne that is the same as Frank Miller portrays him in his comics, and that's just, the way I feel, but you guys can let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Now that I mentioned Christian Bale, I want to talk about his trilogy of movies. A lot of people say The Dark Knight was the best of the series. And don't get me wrong, it was a good movie. Even Dark Knight Rises was good. But for me, I'm gonna have to say Batman Begins was my favorite, because it was more about the journey of becoming Batman, and not about all the villains and the side characters, where all the movies became, the second and the third installments became more about the villains and how they were going to be portrayed. A lot of people, that's why a lot of people come and see these movies, is to see the latest version of every interpretation of the villains, which I can get behind. I understand that. But I still want to go and see these movies, not just for the villain, for the main villains and the side characters. I'm here to see Batman do his thing and dispense out his brand of justice. Just like how I'm doing. Going around the city, beating up all the patches of thugs I can find. Now, I'm a big fan of the Batman just franchise, the whole thing, the media, the movies, the games. And this is honestly one of this series of Batman games has been one of the best. It's been a very strong series, not just for the fact that, it's a Batman game and it's going to sell well. The games play well, everything has been amazing about these games. I have no real big complaints, there hasn't been any real problems with these games. So if you've never played one or been on the fence about them, I say play them. They're very entertaining, very much worth the time. And the way I would suggest you play is in chronological order of the games. So Batman Arkham Origins, followed by Asylum, and then City, and then Arkham Knight. And then you get the full story of this world of Batman. And each game is fun in their own way. Each game feels totally different while still maintaining the same mechanics. Each thing varies and each story is its own and all carry over. It's just very well done, and as you can see from the way the world looks and the way the game plays, it's very smooth, it's very pretty to look at. The games themselves are just fun, and if you're a big fan of Batman, you've probably already played these, but if you're a fan of Batman and you haven't, I suggest you play them and enjoy them. It's some of the best, one of the strongest series over the past, I don't even know how long these games have been around. I can't honestly remember. So I'm gonna keep beating on thugs and continue just being Batman, because that's what these games are all about. Feeling like you're Batman. And these games succeed in an incredibly amazing way. All the characters are done so well, and it's just fun. You can kill so much time just going around, having fun, playing this game. And I've played every game extensively, so I'm really good at these. Not to brag, but I've played all the other games through on New Game Plus. I've been just doing everything I can to get every inch of playtime out of these games, and I love just playing them. They're just incredibly fun. And the New Game Plus makes every encounter harder and harder as the game goes along, which is a nice way to do it. It's a nice change. Instead of just once you finish the main game on any difficulty, you don't really get anything out of it. But this game I'm just amazed by how well these games have been made, and I'm just almost really sad that this is going to be the last one in the series, and there isn't going to be another one to look forward to. There isn't going to be any other Batman or DC game that I know of coming out soon that'll just do as well as this series. Excuse me. So now I think I'm just going to go around in the Batmobile again for a bit, because I didn't really do that. But, whoa. I don't like this angle. Oops. I want to fix how what button did I press to do this? I'm just going to be sitting here pressing all the buttons. There we go. Now, you see, in this game, the Batmobile isn't just a car, it's a tank, but because it has a non-lethal cannon, non-lethal weapons, it's kind of like a smaller version of the Dark Knight Returns Bat tank you see in the comics and the animated feature film of that comic. So, unfortunately, this skin lacks the ability to have the combat mode where you get the turrets and the weapons. Here you can just basically drive around in a really cool looking Batmobile and have fun. Just driving around the streets of Gotham, taking out these cars, which are just random thugs. Don't worry, they're not civilians. I won't give away any major plot points because you guys can play it for yourself and find out how the game's plot line is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep being Batman. Just kind of figure out how to reverse here. And I'm gonna try and take out this Riddler. Oh god, I think I lost the Riddler car. That's that green highlighted one you saw me trying to take out. I think I lost him. Oh no, there he is. Now, taking out a vehicle is much harder without the combat stuff. And I just can't seem to get going. Man, they are still capable of driving, and I can't just do anything right now. There we go. Wow, these guys are really struggling to get out of their vehicle here. Oh, they're dead. They crushed themselves. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with a beautiful shot of the Batman versus Superman Batmobile before you can look at it in the movie. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. And along with the suit too. I'm glad it's not just the black on black that we saw in the other movies, the previous ones, where it's always where you can't really tell make out the details of the suit. But in here, we finally see a good version of a Batman suit with the black and gray. It looks like the Dark Knight Returns, and I'm very happy with the way it looks. So I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks everybody for watching The Mr. Shades Show.